Second stimulus check update, turns out White House and Democrats were never close to a deal. Here's the latest. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Thursday outlined how far apart she and the White House actually were as they sought to pass a coronavirus stimulus bill, drawing criticism from Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, her negotiating partner. The exchange of letters illustrated why there was no stimulus bill before Election Day, even as Pelosi continued to express optimism for an agreement and said she hoped to have a deal by the end of the year, even as she said she expected Joe Biden to be elected president next week. "I want a bill for two reasons," Pelosi, Democrat California, said Thursday at a press conference. "First and foremost, the American people need help. They need real help. And, second of all, we have plenty of work to do in the Joe Biden administration." Earlier in the day, Pelosi released a letter she sent to Mnuchin outlining the differences that remained. They included state and local aid, funding for schools and child care, tax credits for lower-income workers, unemployment insurance and federal safety standards for businesses seeking protections against lawsuits. "We are still awaiting the Trump administration's promised responses on multiple items of critical importance," Pelosi wrote. "Your responses are critical for our negotiations to continue." Mnuchin quickly fired back in his own letter to Pelosi. "Because your letter to me inaccurately describes the status of our current negotiations, I feel obligated to respond," he wrote. He said Pelosi was the one who refused to compromise on state and local aid, liability protections for businesses, school funding, and extended unemployment insurance benefits. Pelosi also pushed for the Democrats' $75 billion program to expand testing, contract tracing and treatment to combat the coronavirus, included in the House Democrats' $2.2 trillion stimulus bill known as the HEROES Act. "We've come to a fork in the road when it comes to the coronavirus," Pelosi said at her press conference. "The president has taken us on a deadly path. The HEROES Act takes us on a scientific path to help save the lives and the livelihood and the lives of the American people." The Democratic bill also included another round of $1,200 stimulus payments, more money for the U.S. Postal Service to help handle an expected unprecedented amount of absentee ballots, and a one-year suspension of the Republican tax law's $10,000 cap on deducting state and local taxes.